You may have heard there's something wrong with Intel's 13th and 14th gens, yung tinatawag nilang Raptor Lake. Pero gaano ba kalala yung problema? Sure, marami nagreklamo online, pero gano'n naman talaga yung online, di ba? Online was made for complaints. Paminsan, genuine yung complaints, paminsan, customer-induced. But it's really hard to get a sense of the scale of the problem from just unaggregated, unverified internet gripes. Buti na lang, Hardware Sugar is a shop. We sell computer hardware, not just make silly videos about it. So we have actual data to examine if this whole situation has been blown out of proportion or if Team Blue CPUs are just shit right now. Sa video na to, tingnan natin ano ba talaga yung problema sa Intel 13th and 14th gen CPUs. Ilan sa mga nabenta natin bumalik for RMA, so this would be the failure rate. And our experience with the RMA process because yes, spoiler alert, may na RMA na kami. But before all of that, the usual friendly reminder from our sponsor.
Sawa ka na ba sa unactivated Windows mo? Well, lucky you! Pinakabago mula sa cdkeyoffer.com. Windows 10 and Windows 11 activation codes. Legit, safe, at pinakamura. Madali lang umorder. Hanapin ang Windows version na gusto mo. Piliin ang preferred payment method. Wala pang 5 minutes, nag-CDK ka na para sa Windows mo. Marami na kaming natulungan.
Dati, sad and depressed ako. But now, I found the love of my life.
Dati, aimless and walang purpose ang life ko. But now, I'm a world-class Zumba instructor.
So, web developer ako and content creator for a YouTube channel. And ngayon, ganun pa rin ako pero activated na yung Windows ko.
Kaya kung naghahanap ka ng legit, mura, at original software,
Check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Check out cdkeyoffer.com. So what's the problem with Raptor Lake? For CPUs to run, they draw power, just like any other appliance. To run faster, they draw more power, more specifically, more voltage. Basically, more voltage equals faster CPU speeds equals more heat. And that's the problem. There was an issue with the microcode, the programming or instructions of the CPU managing voltage. Raptor Lake CPUs were receiving too much power in certain situations, leading to crashes and potential long-term damage. This excessive voltage can cause the CPU to degrade over time and ultimately fail. Out of the box, Intel 13th and 14th gen CPUs were getting unsafe levels of power. Lampas dun sa kaya nila. To be fair, inayos naman to ni Intel. Eventually. Intel released revised microcode which was integrated into the BIOS updates of various manufacturers. Nakatulong to, pero hindi pa rin 100% all clear, balik to normal lahat. Users have observed that the initial microcode updates were just hard limits to the voltages, and these have sometimes made performance slower than the advertised speeds of those CPUs in exchange for fewer crashes. Yung nakakainis rin, if your CPU was damaged initially from the earlier faulty microcode, you might not know about it now. Nandun na yung problema, but the problems might take time to come out, but the damage is already there. If your CPU was already damaged, updating your motherboard BIOS will not undo the damage. There is no fix for your CPU kung na-damage siya from excess voltage caused by the faulty microcode. So the microcode situation is software creating a hardware problem. Intel also has a straight-up hardware problem. Another significant issue that has come up is the oxidation of the CPU components, specifically the vias, which are the small holes that connect the layers of an integrated circuit. It's believed that fabrication-level contamination caused this. Intel did not reveal at the time which CPUs were possibly affected, and walang ginawang recall si Intel arising from these fabrication issues. So Intel has a lot of identified, well-documented problems, but how much of that do we see at the ground level? For the past 3 years, 2022, 2023, 2024, we've sold a combined total for Intel 13th and 14th gen CPUs of 100 CPUs. Granted, hindi ganun kalaki yung sample size na yan. We are a small shop, but we can work with that data. And out of those 100 CPUs, ilan bumalik sa amin? Just 2. A 13600K and a 13700KF. What adds further spice to this story is that they came from two different suppliers and magkaiba yung RMA process depending on the supplier, which is very odd. Usually, yung supplier na yung nag-aasikaso ng RMA. And usually, the procedure applies regardless of the supplier. Dito magkaiba. Starting with the story of the 13600K, we received it around October this year. It's around 2 years old. Around mid-October, we got it and then we confirmed through our testing that it was exhibiting the same symptoms as what you would expect from a damaged CPU because of all of the voltage issues. We sent it back to the supplier and the supplier said, no problem, we'll handle it. Sila nag-asikaso ng RMA. It took a little time. Nakabalik na yung CPU sa amin mid-December, so that's around 2 months worth of waiting. But to be fair to the supplier, sila nga nag-asikaso nung lahat. We didn't need to do anything anymore, just occasional follow-ups, and eventually we got a replacement CPU, installed it into the rig of the customer, tested it. Looks like the replacement CPU is good, and the customer is not experiencing any more problems. The story of the second CPU, the 13700KF, this one came from a different supplier. Tapos yung policy nitong supplier na to is, if after 3 months from purchase for an Intel CPU, you, meaning the shop or meaning the customer, basta hindi kami, hindi yung supplier, you need to coordinate directly with Intel. We tried to do that for this CPU through the posted service number. So yung landline number ni Intel, we were able to talk to people, but things just never came together. Like, walang pinadala na waybill, hindi na schedule yung pickup ng CPU. Mahirap kausapin si Intel, at least through the phone, with our experience. But while we were trying to sort things out to communicate better with Intel, naglabas si Intel nung bagong microcode, or basically may bagong BIOS updates incorporating the new microcode from Intel. So our techs were like, you know, we're just waiting around. We still have the CPU, we still have the build. Why don't we try updating the BIOS and then trying out the CPU again? We actually were pretty sure that this wouldn't work, pero yung sa computer, paminsan, you just try. In this case, no harm in trying. Walang masama mangyayari kung hindi gumana. And I don't know what the PC gods were smoking that day, pero gumana. After the BIOS update, the CPU was working, we stress tested it a lot, and there were no more performance or stability issues. The updated BIOS seems to have fixed that particular CPU. And if you remember what I talked about earlier, updating the BIOS shouldn't fix damaged CPUs or CPUs damaged by that voltage issue. Pag nasira na yan, no update of BIOS will help fix that CPU or will repair that CPU. Since an updated BIOS worked in this case, that seems to suggest that the problem with the 13700KF did not come about because of the faulty microcode from Intel. So it's a bit weird. It was showing all of the symptoms of a damaged CPU, damage from the faulty microcode, which sent too much voltage into it. But when we updated the BIOS, gumana naman siya. So we stress tested it a lot. When it passed everything, we sent it back to the customer, and the customer has no problems. We have had no reported problems with that CPU. So for the 13700KF, we did not get it successfully RMA'd, but we were able to solve the problem on our own, and the customer hasn't reported any problems with it. So far, so good. To make the story even more interesting, we have another Intel CPU RMA story, this one at 12100F. Di ko na sinama tong 12100F sa total of RMAs regarding the microcode issue because Intel has never officially acknowledged na kasama yung 12th Gen series. Officially, it's only 13th and 14th Gen that could be affected by that faulty microcode. But this particular 12th Gen CPU was again exhibiting the same symptoms that we associate with the problems coming from the faulty microcode. And for the 12100F, same supplier as the 13700KF, yung nagsasabi na lampas 3 months, diretso na kayo si Intel. So that's what we did. But this time, instead of calling them on the phone, we used the email ticketing system. And there, Intel was very fast. They got back to us right away when they asked for test results. And that's the thing with Intel. They did ask us if we ran basic diagnostics. Intel does not know that we're a shop, as far as I can tell, because the email ticketing system we used is open to the public. So malay ba nila that we're a shop or something, but they were asking us for test results. Have we tried this? Have we tried that? Fortunately, yun nga, our techs are very thorough. We had already done all of that. So mabilis na lang. When they asked if we did this, we sent them all of our test results, and that seems to have convinced them because basically right away, they sent over a way bill that we printed out. Sila na rin nag-schedule nung FedEx to come over to pick up the CPU. And currently, as I'm shooting this video, the CPU in question is already being tested by Intel in Malaysia. Sobrang bilis lang ng communication, nung turnaround time through the email ticketing system. And again, I don't think Intel knows that we're a shop, that we're a retailer. They could if matyaga sila to research the names that we use. I mean, we do use the Hardware Sugar email to communicate with them. Pero malay ba nila that, that's just the name of some crazy enthusiast instead of some small shop in the Philippines, diba? So they do seem to be on the ball, at least sa email ticketing system nila. They did accept the CPU for RMA, or at least it's being tested now. And mabilis yung point-to-point contact. A lot faster than the runaround that we were getting when we were trying to talk to them over the phone. So the 12100F case, officially hindi ko masama as part of the problems with the microcode. Although Intel seems to have adopted the same procedure. Yung we'll take back the CPUs, we'll test them ourselves, and then we'll let you know, yung nagpadala ng CPU, whether kasama ba yan sa RMA or not. And if you need to go down that route, the email ticketing system is faster, and you might need to provide some data just saying that we, Hardware Sugar, can do those diagnostics for you. In fact, we've helped a bunch of other customers. We've had people who bought their PCs not from us, but come to us. Yung mga Intel CPUs nila, yung nga, stability issues. We've done a bunch where we did a lot of our diagnostics so that those customers could go back to the shops where they bought them from and tell them na, okay, ito yung ginawa na diagnostics, ginawa ni Hardware Sugar, and basically we're sure na nasira yung CPU ko because of the microcode issue sending too much voltage into the CPU. There have been instances nga where the other shops ask our techs directly na, what steps did you do so that we can replicate the problem? Ayaw pa maniwala. But when we send them our methodology, they can replicate it on their end. That's when that customer can get an RMA from that other shop where they bought it from. Di naman sa nagbubuhat ng sariling bangko, but we don't give our customers that headache. If there's a problem, we tell them, just come to us, we'll do all of those diagnostics for you. You don't need to get a third-party person to validate your instability issues to say that, yes, o nga, may sira to. Kung galing Hardware Sugar, we don't dodge the problem. We believe the customer and we try as much as possible to validate that issue and then either get an RMA from the supplier when possible, or even directly with Intel when that is the option that the supplier gives us. So overall, it's been not a great look for Intel. I mean, yes, 2 out of 100, or even if you're super strict about it, only 1 out of 100 since yung 13700KF. The way to solve that would seem to indicate hindi siya kasama sa microcode problem. But yun nga, there's a lot of uncertainty regarding Intel CPUs. Aside from the 100 that we personally sold, we've had a bunch nga of other people who bought from other stores come to us and ask us for diagnostics. So certainly the problem is there. Perhaps not as prevalent as you would expect considering the number of internet posts about it. But for sure it's out there in the wild. And for sure it's not a very clear RMA process. Especially if you're not too technical and then you're asked to validate or to show that yes, you try to do everything to make the CPU stable and it's just really unstable. So the best really would be if you had bought from Hardware Sugar, will take away all of that RMA concerns. Although even with us, may lag time pa rin, like the 2 months that we were waiting from our supplier to replace it, or right now when we're waiting on Intel to validate our findings. So di mo rin maiwasan yun, but at least if you had bought the CPU from us, we'll take care of all the headaches of following up, of diagnostics, and of validating. So the Raptor Lake problems are a real thing. Please do update the BIOS of your Mobo if you have an Intel 13th or 14th Gen CPU. Hopefully it hasn't been damaged yet by the faulty microcode. And if you just bought a new one, again, these are problems that can arise right out of the box depending on the BIOS version that you have. So please update your BIOS right away. I hope this video based around a real-world experience as a shop helped put your mind at ease, or help, if you have those CPUs, help you figure out what you should do with them. Thanks for watching.